Ya le empiece, me voy a tardar más. Bueno.
I'll brew you some. Duty.
Time flies so fast. Before you know it, Lanterite's almost here again. The people of Liyue must have already started preparing for the most important festival of the year, right? Hopefully Paimon will be able to check out tons of great food again this year. Anyway, let's go to Liyue Harbor and see what's up.
No pensaba que me quedaría tantas misiones que hacer. Realmente tengo que comenzar a hacer las misiones secundarias. Tal vez en lugar de dedicarle tiempo en hacer farmeo en los directos, podríamos dedicarle a las misiones secundarias que tengo pendientes. Para así cuando ocurra otro evento, así ya tenga.
Paimon votes we go say hi to Xiangling first.
Ni las has hecho. Wow. No soy el único. Sí.
Huh? Xiangli? What a pleasant surprise meeting you here!
Oh, why the pleasure is all mine, as is the surprise, surely. It must be fate that brings us together in this place. How have you fared as of late?
Ah, pues cierto, ¿has visto el video que sacaron para promocionar este evento? Ese video me gustó mucho. Fue como ver un anime. De hecho, creo que van a hacer un anime de esta cosa, ¿no? No haga misiones de mucho texto en directo, la gente se aburre y se va. ¿En serio? Pensé que eran entretenidos. A mí me entretienen un poco. A mí sí me entretienen. La costumbre de jugar RPGs con mucho texto. De aventuras aquí y allá como siempre.
I sense you are older and wiser than the last time we met. It seems your travels continue to yield valuable insights.
Te lo agradezco mucho,
You are
Xiaomi.
too kind.
So, Xiangli, are you here to listen to stories over tea again?
I had originally planned to set out after this last round of tea.
Podríamos
However,
dedicarle a farmeo entonces. Y yo hago las otras misiones.
I had planned to take a walk to Chingsa village and gather some nascent bamboo shoots, which are currently in season. A villager there once gave me a small sample, and they possessed a most excellent flavor.
Huh? Nascent bamboo shoots? Why can't you just use normal bamboo shoots instead?
¿Está en inglés? Lo siento, pero no aguanto a Paimon en japonés. No la aguanto. La única razón de por qué no la cambio en japonés es porque no aguanto a Paimon en japonés. La aguanto más en inglés.
Wait, Paimon knows! Because Xiangli prefers the finer things in life, right? Okay, Mr. Particular, let me guess. Ahem. The nascent bamboo shoot has a uniquely tender texture and a delicate sweet taste that its normal cousin cannot match.
¿Que me ponga el chino?
An
No me
astute
gusta el chino.
observation, Paimon. You know me well indeed. Lantern Rite is almost upon us, but besides the bamboo shoots, there are a few other items I have not yet procured from Director Hu's list. May I ask if you have already made arrangements for the days ahead?
Well, we were planning to use the opportunity to say hi to some of our friends, but before we were able to figure out a schedule, we ran into you.
Well then, might I invite you to imagine the sheer delight that is a soup cooked with the freshest nascent bamboo shoots in all the land.
Están hablando de comida.
Generous cuts of pork belly and crisp, fragrant bamboo shoots placed together in the pot and left to simmer slowly for half a day.
¿Todo el mundo puede ver a Paimon? Sí. De hecho, esa es la mayor duda que tengo en este juego. Todo el mundo puede ver a Paimon. Y siempre dicen que es una criatura misteriosa. Pero No dice nada más de eso. No lo soportas en ningún idioma, pero para ti en chino es más soportable. Pues para mí es más en inglés. Jamás en mi vida probé nada parecido.
You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Paimon's onto your plan. You just want to hoodwink us into fetching your bamboo for you.
¿En serio, Paimon?
Why, I assure you, I would do no such thing. I merely wish to inform you of the freshest, most succulent and flavorful bamboo shoots one could ever hope to taste.
Ugh. Let's go, traveler. Paimon's taste buds can't take it anymore.
No perdamos más tiempo, esa sopa tarda medio día en
Collecting
hacerse.
a few bamboo shoots shouldn't take too long. Paimon has got to get her hands on some of that soup.
Such fine specimens are indeed well worth the excursion. Very well. I shall leave the bamboo shoots to you. Should you have the good fortune to find some, please share them with me as well.
See? Paimon knew he was just bamboozling us.
However, there is no need to rush. The streets of Liu will be bustling with visitors and filled with all manner of celebrations during the festive period. By all means, go wherever your interests lead you. The nascent bamboo shoots would be but a wonderful final touch to a most exceptional feast. What an honor it would be to savor them in the company of friends.
¿Será cierto eso que dicen? He escuchado muchas cosas de que dicen que los brotes de bambú son deliciosos, pero no sé, nunca los he probado porque aquí no los comercian. Todo sabe más delicioso cuando se comparte.
Heading out. Enjoy your walk, young Lee.
Take care now, you two.
Bueno, vamos a cambiar el tipo. ¿Cómo es que se llama este evento? Tintineo de la noche. Ni idea también. Ok. A ver. ¿Hasta dónde quieres que vaya a conseguir esa cosa? ¿Hasta acá?
Bamboo shoot,
Oye.
shoot, nascent bamboo shoot.
Estos jabalís.
This one's only just sprouted, and it looks super fresh. Paimon thinks this is the one. These should be enough. Let's head back.
Help! Help!
Did you hear that? Someone's calling for help. It's coming from over there.
Yao Yao. Creo que sí voy a desbloquear a Yao Yao. No sé. Estoy pensándolo bien.
Are you okay? Did any water go down the wrong pipe?
I think I'm okay now. Thank you so much.
Te dejan
That
desbloquear
was
al terminar
scary.
este evento, ¿no? Creo
Well,
que sí.
at least you're all right. All thanks to your savior here. Oh, a little girl? Greetings, everyone. My name is Yao Yao. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Whoa, she's so well-mannered. My name's Paimon, and this is the traveler.
Hola.
I'm Dvorak, a musician from Fontaine.
¿Cómo?
I came through Stone Gate intending to head towards Liyue Harbor, but then I became captivated by the beautiful scenery, and before long, I was completely lost.
La vestimenta de él me recuerda a los Fatui. No hay que confiar.
Just now I was so mesmerized by the waterfall that I slipped and fell into the water. If it weren't for Miss Yao Yao's help, I shudder to think what might have happened.
It's all right, Mr. Dvorak. The splashing around the bottom of the waterfall means the stone path is always wet and slippy. You definitely have to be careful. Next time you're exploring an unfamiliar environment, try to focus on what's right in front of you. Don't let your mind wander. As long as you watch your step, accidents like this won't happen anymore.
Yes, ma'am. I understand. I'll remember to be more careful next time.
Okay. Tiene hambre, ¿eh?
Oh, are you hungry, sir?
Oh, I'll be fine.
Please, sir, it's quite all right. I was born and raised here in Liyue. It's only natural for me to extend my hospitality to any guests who are passing through.
¿En serio?
I expect you still have quite a long journey ahead of you. It's very important to keep your energy levels up. I still have some lotus flower crisps left in my backpack. Why don't we split them between the four of us? Aw, what a thoughtful kid! She even has some for Paimon! You're welcome.
Es una niña muy educada. Ya me cae bien.
Mmm, so tasty. If only there were more.
Encima que tenemos el trozo más grande.
Having a healthy appetite is a good thing. It means Paimon's still growing. If I'd known I was gonna run into you, I would have made a second batch.
¿Tú crees que Paimon va a
Hope you
seguir
take
creciendo?
notes, traveler. This is how you treat your Paimon. What do you think, sir? Are Liyue's snacks to your taste? I wonder if they're not sweet enough.
No, they're perfect. When I was traveling through Mondstadt, I had a chance to try one of their moon pies. It had a meat filling, unlike these crisps. But apart from that, it seems like they follow a similar cooking process. Both are delicious in their own way. As for Fontaine's
Otra enana.
cooking, though, it's been a long time since I've had a taste of home.
Sounds like you spend a lot of time on the road, huh?
Tanto cascabel.
I do. It's part of my job.
Aunque
I'm
últimamente
one
han
of the main
estado
organizers
agregando
of the
muchos
Iridescence Tour.
personajes enanos.
Iridescence tour?
No me suena, la verdad.
The Iridescence Tour is one of the biggest music festivals in Fontaine. We're looking to expand, though. Our aim is to hold a festival in every nation. At least, all the main organizers share this goal. Unfortunately, it's a long story, so I'll spare you the details. But anyway, so the main reason I'm traveling all around Tavad is to promote our music festivals. But I have some personal reasons, too.
Okay.
Well, what are they? Just
¿Es en pensar en
tell us already.
personajes chinos? Bueno, tiene sentido,
me
porque el
see.
área donde es ella
Well,
está inspirada
To
en
explain it
China.
in full, I'd have to start with a story from my ancestors. I don't want to take up too much of your time.
Oh, I love listening to stories. We want to hear it too.
Okay, then I'll start from the beginning. The story goes that my ancestor, who was also a traveler, once slipped and fell into a lake during his travels. As he was sinking and gasping for breath, he heard a wondrous tune in the air. They say it was the most beautiful, moving melody he had ever heard. Even in that life and death moment, the ethereal music seized his full attention and almost made him forget the fact that he was drowning.
¿En
When he
serio?
finally came to, he found that he had already been brought ashore. Not too far from him stood an unfamiliar woman with an almost divine aura. Once she saw that he was no longer in danger, she left without a word. My ancestor tried to run after her to give his thanks, but although a mere dozen paces separated them, no matter how quickly he gave chase, he drew no closer
Me recuerda a
and
la
remained a
sirenita.
dozen paces behind. In the end, all he could do was to bow in thanks to the woman as he watched her walk away towards the rivers and mountains in the distance, before at last he turned around and made his way home. Once he returned to Fontaine, he began to learn an instrument so that he could spread his story far and wide, just like the bards. After
Ajá.
generations of retelling, embellishing, and dramatizing, people have come to think of that lady as something like a fairy.
¿O nada?
The stories become something of a local legend in Fontaine. It's called The Lady Overlooking the Lake. People
Misteriosa
now
guardiana
say
del
that if
lago.
you go down to the lakeside and play an instrument, so long as you play a pleasing melody, you will hear a fairy lady who is hiding out of sight, playing along with you.
Wow!
Una leyenda magnífica.
Well, yes. As it stands now, it's become a touch too romantic and detached from reality. But I understand the original story and its historical grounding better than anyone else. I wanted to find out the truth of this tale. So I decided to retrace my ancestors' steps and search for that lady's modern-day descendants. Of
Puedes
course,
hacerlo.
there's no way of knowing where my ancestor fell into the lake all those years ago. So I always knew that the search would be akin to looking for a needle in a haystack.
Además estamos hablando de Lillo,
I've
y que
spent many
está
years on the
rodeado de
road now, and
lagos.
I'm nowhere near as fit as I was in my youth. The wish that I've spent half my life chasing after has now become something of an obsession.
Well, I haven't lived half of my life yet, but still, I understand how you must feel.
Se alcanzó a la mitad de tu vida todavía.
It's like,
¿Qué clase de dicho es ese?
imagine if you saved the center of a lotus flower crisp, which is the best part, by the way, because you wanted to eat it another day, but then suddenly, sploosh! It falls into the water, never to be seen again!
Está
Paimon would
Paimon.
definitely remember that for the rest of her life.
There's no need to feel sorry for me. I've made some progress over the years. For example, I've concluded that the story must have taken place in Liyue.
Oh, so you
serio?
finally found a lead?
Yes, in fact, that's an intriguing story in and of itself. I'd always known that Mondstadt is the city of song and freedom. But more recently, I heard that the Animal Archon returned to Mondstadt for a festival in the fall, and learned that he himself is a patron deity of music. So I prayed for the Animal Archon's guidance in the Mondstadt Cathedral, and as soon as I set foot back outside the front gate, I noticed a cluster of leaves being blown in the wind further and further west, towards Stone Gate. A friendly local told me that this meant the wind was guiding me in the direction of Liyue. So I followed their advice and made my way here.
Momento, ahora que caigo, ¿el arconte de Animo pagó para un evento? ¿En qué momento? Ese arconte no tiene dinero nunca. Este juego te decía que hay mucho maltrato laboral. No creo. Entonces está claro, la historia ocurrió en Lille.
Right? You get it. I knew I'd find someone that agrees with me eventually.
Are you sure? It sounds a bit too much like one of those fake legends told by those treasure hoarder guys to scam gullible grannies from Jingsa Village. Rex Lapis has returned to the world! Just give me some incense and a little more towards the travel fees, and I will pass your gift on to the Lord of Geo, and ask him to keep you and your family safe and well. And so on and so on.
¿En serio?
Don't worry, Yo-Yo. We have a lot of experience with deciphering omens and stuff. And anyway, you
En
only got
base de
scammed if you
prueba y
handed
error.
over Mora, right?
Actually, to express my gratitude, I did spend rather a lot of more on several bottles of fine wine, which I left at the statues of the Seven along the way.
Oh dear.
Ah. Déjame adivinar.
Well, how about this, ladies
Se lo
and
diste a la
gentlemen?
Nemo, ¿no?
Why don't I bring you all to Yujing Terrace to see Miss Ganyu? I
Ganyo.
don't know very many people, so I can't help you out much. But Miss Ganyu and the Chising know just about everything. If you've been scammed, they'll help you get your Mora back. And if the wind was telling the truth, and you want to keep looking for that lady's family, they'll be the best people to ask.
He empezado ya.
But you've already helped me so much.
Well, I was gonna take some new medicinal herbs and plants I picked to Miss Ganyu anyway, so it's no trouble at all. You know what? It's been a minute since we saw Ganyu too. It should be nice to pay her a visit before Lantern, right?
Qué ganas de ver a Ganyo, la
All
verdad.
right, well, my sincere thanks to you all. I will never forget your kindness.
Nunca me ha salido
Okay,
Ganyo.
everyone, please follow me.
Es una de las que me
I'll be your
interesa.
guide. Remember to watch where you're going, okay? Uh-oh. Paimon's out of a job. Oh well, Paimon will just be a cheerleader instead.
Paimon. Paimon fue sustituida. De hecho, creo que cada vez que sale un personaje pequeño siempre sustituye a Paimon. Es raro ver a personas que realmente tengan a Paimon como su favorito personaje. No creo que haya siquiera uno que diga Paimon es mi personaje favorito. Me pregunto, ¿por qué Paimon? ¿Por qué eligieron el nombre de Paimon?
Wow. Liyue Harbor looks very different from when I came
Era de día.
last. It's almost as if I'm listening to the same melody, but with a richer timbre and new variations added.
Well, we are here during Lantern Ride after all. It only comes once a year, so they always have a big celebration. It's fair to say that this time of year is when Liyue Harbor looks the prettiest.
¿En serio?
Great. Let's go and check it out. I can't wait to get into the city and see it all up close for myself. The streets are breathtaking. Smiles and laughter everywhere I look. It's contagious. I can almost feel the music in the air. I have the urge to start waving my conductor's baton.
I'm glad that you're enjoying the city.
Déjame adivinar, ¿este evento es algo como tocar melodías? Sí, va a ser de eso.
Fancy meeting you all here. What a nice surprise.
Hola, Xinyan.
Hello, Xinyan. Let me introduce some new friends. They are...
Traveler, Paimon, and Mr. Dvorak, right? I've known them all for quite a while.
Aunque ya se conocen,
When I was last here to advertise a Liyue stop for the Iridescence Tour, Xinyan was one of the few people willing to give me the time of day.
Iridescente. Xinyan. Ya recuerdo qué evento fue. Es el evento del año pasado, ¿no? ¿Hace 2 años? No recuerdo. Te dejo, tienes que hacer unas cositas. Fue un gusto saludar. Ok, gracias por venir, Kira. Muchas gracias.
Feels like I've
Espero
been
que nos
chasing this
veamos
Iridescence Tour
nuevamente.
bandwagon halfway around the world, but I keep getting stood up. What's going on, Mr. Dvorak?
I'm so sorry, Xinyan. We've had a string of terrible luck recently, and every time we've tried to put on a show, something or other has come up to stop our plans from materializing.
Is that right? I guess it can't be helped. So, what brings you to Liyue Harbor at this time of year anyway? Thinking of putting on a music festival during the Lantern Rite celebrations?
A Lantern Rite music festival? Yes, please!
Ah, sabía que era música.
I'm actually here on personal business this time.
Ah, quiero música.
Oh, so no Lantern Rite music festival?
I mean, that's not just up to me. Hosting a music festival takes a lot of funding and personnel. Moreover, I've never worked with the Liyue authorities before. Even if I were to start putting something together right now, I think it'd be too rushed.
Wait, but we're going to meet the Liyue Qixing, aren't we? And they're the ones in charge.
Cierto.
That's right. Miss Kuching and Miss Ningguang can make anything happen.
You mean... what?
This is the perfect opportunity! Well, sure, it might not work out, but it can't hurt to bring it up as a suggestion.
Un festival de música en el rito de la linterna sería toda una novedad.
That's the spirit! See? Even the Traveler agrees with me. Mr. Dvorak, Don't let yourself be put off by the fact that a few things haven't worked out recently.
The Bojack.
As for the performers, I can put you in touch with some local artists. My friend Yunjin is a well-known opera singer in Liyue. With her support and a commissioned song from the Yunhan Opera Troupe, we should be able to get something going.
Me gustan mucho los juegos
What about you,
musicales.
Shinyan? Are you just going to sit this one out?
What do you take me for?
Es por eso
If
que
we
todavía
actually managed to make the Iridescence Tour Lantern Rock Grand Concert a reality, you think I'd let anyone else perform the opening act?
sigo jugando a pesar de